Ever get to the end of the month and suddenly think, where did all my money go? You're not the only one. It happens to so many of us because life is busy and expenses sneak up on us. The truth is, money can disappear faster than we expect. Living paycheck to paycheck feels exhausting, right? You work hard, but the money barely stretches until the next payday. Sometimes an unexpected bill comes out of nowhere and throws everything off. That constant cycle can feel like running in place. The truth is, many families in the US overspend simply because there isn't a simple system in place. Without a plan, money just slips away little by little. It's not about being bad with money, it's about not having the right map. Imagine trying to travel without directions. It's stressful and confusing. But here's the good news. Building a budget doesn't have to feel like punishment. Instead, think of it as a roadmap for your money, a way to guide you where you want to go. A budget gives you control, not restriction. It's your personal adventure map to financial freedom. Imagine your money as passengers on a bus. Without a driver, everyone's going in different directions. But with a budget, you're in the driver's seat. Hi, I'm Bella, and welcome to Money Talk channel Real Talk. Smart money. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on practical tips to take control of your money. This video is for education only. I'm not a financial advisor, just sharing tools to help you make smarter money choices. Today, I'll break down step by step how to create a monthly budget from scratch, even if you feel totally clueless. By the end, you'll know exactly how to start and stick with it. Grab a notebook or even just your phone and let's do this together. Step 1 is all about knowing your numbers. Think of your money like calories. You can't stay healthy if you don't know what you're eating. It's the same with spending. If you don't track it, it just slips away. This is the foundation of your budget journey. Start with your income. That's your paycheck, side hustles, or any money that flows in. Write them all down, even the small amounts matter. Once you see it clearly, you'll feel more in control. Next, look at your expenses. That means rent, groceries, subscriptions, coffee runs, everything. Write them down without overthinking. The point is to see where your money is really going. You don't need fancy apps to do this. A notebook, a piece of paper, or even your phone notes will work. The point is simply to be aware. Awareness is your first step toward financial control. Step 2 is all about sorting needs from wants. Think of it like packing for a trip. You can't take everything, so you start with the essentials first. Without those basics, the trip won't even happen. Then, if there's space, you can add the fun extras. Needs are the non-negotiables, the things you can't live without. These are your rent or mortgage, keeping the lights and water on, food on the table, and transportation to get around. They're the foundation of your budget. Like packing clothes for a trip, you simply can't leave without them. If you don't cover these first, the rest doesn't matter. Wants are the nice-to-haves, the extras that make life more enjoyable but aren't essential for survival. Things like takeout dinners, streaming subscriptions, or impulse buys. They're fun, but they can eat into your budget if you're not careful. Think of them like souvenirs. They're great if you have room, but you don't need them to complete the journey. The key is balance. Start with your needs, then see what space is left for your wants. By separating the two, you avoid overspending and make sure your essentials are always covered. This way, you'll enjoy the extras guilt-free because you know your foundation is solid. It's like traveling light but still making room for a little fun along the way. Step 3 is all about setting realistic goals. Think of goals like road signs on a long road trip. They keep you pointed in the right direction. Without them, it's easy to get lost or distracted. With them, your money has a clear path forward. Short-term goals are like the first small signs you see on the road. These could be saving for holiday gifts or putting aside money for a small emergency cushion. They're not far away, and that makes them easier to reach. Achieving them gives you confidence to keep going. Long-term goals are bigger. They're like signs far down the highway. Maybe it's paying off debt, saving for a car, or even preparing for retirement. These goals take more time and patience, but they're the milestones that shape your future. Think of them as the grand destinations worth the journey. By setting both short and long-term goals, your budget becomes more than just numbers. It transforms into a roadmap for your life's adventure. Every step you take gets you closer to the destination you've imagined. That's the power of setting realistic goals. Step 4 is all about creating categories. Think of it like sorting laundry. You separate whites, darks, and colors so everything comes out right in the wash. Budgets work the same way, and categories help you keep things organized. Without them, money just feels like one big pile of chaos. The first big categories are housing, food, and transportation. These are your essentials, the things you literally need to survive and keep your life running. Imagine them as the solid foundation stones of your budget, holding everything else steady. Without these, the whole structure would collapse. Next come debt, savings, and fun money. Debt is about paying back what you owe. Savings protect your future, and fun money keeps you motivated along the way. Together, these categories balance responsibility with enjoyment. It's like packing both safety gear and snacks for a long adventure. The key is to keep your categories broad and simple. If you make too many tiny categories, you'll overwhelm yourself and lose focus. Think of it like carrying too many bags on a hike, it just slows you down. A few solid categories will keep your budget light, strong, and easy to carry. Step 5 is all about giving every single dollar a job. Think of your money as a team of employees. If you don't assign them tasks, they'll just wander around aimlessly. But when you give each one a role, they'll work together toward your goals. Start with the essentials first, things like rent, groceries, and bills. These are like your most important employees, the ones who keep the business running. If you don't take care of them, everything else can fall apart. That's why they always get assigned first. After that, set aside money for savings. Think of this as planting seeds for future adventures. These savings may not be used today, but they grow and give you strength for tomorrow. It's like building your safety net before you leap. Finally, assign money for wants, the fun stuff that makes life exciting. But remember, if you spend too much here, you'll need to adjust from another category. It's like balancing plates at a crowded buffet. You can't overload one without taking from another. Finding that balance is the key. Step 6 is all about keeping an eye on your budget, just like checking a GPS while on a road trip. If you miss a turn, your GPS doesn't scold you, it simply shows a new route. The same goes for your money. No judgment, only guidance. It's not about being perfect, but about staying on track. Every week, take a quick look back. Did you spend more than you planned? Or did you actually spend less? This check-in helps you see where you are on the map of your financial journey. Think of it like checking your backpack before climbing higher. You want to know what you're carrying. If you went a little off course, don't beat yourself up. Just adjust and move forward. Remember, the journey is long, and one wrong step doesn't mean you're lost. It just means you need to take a slightly different path. Your budget isn't about punishment, it's about progress. Just like a GPS, it's there to guide you, not criticize you. Each week is a fresh chance to make a better decision. Step by step, you're getting closer to your financial destination. Step 7 is all about turning budgeting into a habit. Just like brushing your teeth, it only works if you do it consistently. Think of it as a daily routine for your money, small actions that add up over time. The more consistent you are, the smoother your financial journey becomes. Choose a set time each week to check in with your budget. It could be Sunday evening, Friday morning, or whenever you feel calm and focused. This little ritual keeps you grounded and prevents money from becoming overwhelming. By making it routine, you'll never feel lost. Celebrate your small wins along the way. Maybe you stuck to your budget all week, or saved more than you planned. Reward yourself with something simple that makes you happy. These little victories keep you motivated for the long run. By making budgeting a habit, you remove the stress and guesswork. It's no longer something you struggle with, it becomes second nature. Just like brushing your teeth without thinking, managing money becomes automatic. That's how real financial freedom begins. We covered knowing your numbers, separating needs from wants, setting goals, creating categories, giving every dollar a job, checking in weekly, and turning budgeting into a habit. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to say yes to the things that matter most. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who could use a budgeting reset. I'd love to hear your story. What's the hardest part about budgeting for you? Let's talk in the comments. This is Money Talk Channel, Real Talk. Smart Money with Bella. Remember, your money should work for you, not the other way around. You've got this. And I'll see you in the next video.